Now that's real. Hello and welcome. This is Real Faith Conversations, and in this show, we try to talk about life, culture, and faith in the most genuine way possible. My name is Ryan Morris, and I'm here with Pearl, a friend from China who has been living in the United States for 3 years now. How you doing, Pearl?
I'm doing good.
Welcome to Real Faith Conversations. This is your first time on.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're always welcome to be on the podcast. We love having new guests on. And today we're going to be talking about her conversion story and how she came to know Christ while living in China. Let's just dive into the testimony here because this is a big topic and we have a short amount of time for the podcast. So let's just dive into the testimony here.
All right. So I grew up in China, to be specific, in the southwestern part of China. And growing up, by going to school, we are always taught science is the right thing to believe in. And we live in a culture that basically promotes science and hard work and materialism. And all the friends that I grew up with, they are atheists. So there wasn't much spiritual part that was talked about throughout my childhood and as I was growing up. Yeah, but spiritually, Buddhism and Taoism are more commonly known religions in China, and from the cultural inheritance from the dynasty a long time ago. However, the young generations, they want nothing to do with it. It's seen as the old people's beliefs, the old
ancient religions, sorcery.
And if you tell people that you actively practice like Buddhism or Taoism, people will see you as superstitious people, or you might have been brainwashed to believe in like things that are so unreal and uncertain.
Yeah. And when there's a culture of materialism, it sort of is challenging to practice faith, but go deeper in faith if you have any, right? Especially as a young person like yourself. Can you dive into your journey and how you started? Because you started off as atheist, right? And how did you start to see good examples of Christianity?
So, as I mentioned, growing up, I did not believe there is any God or there is any spirit out there, because that all seemed really unreal. But my journey of getting to know God started in my sophomore year in college, and I was an English major, and I was leading English Corner on campus, which is a group activity where students get together and practice their English. So you can, we go there every evening for a certain time, and everybody just talk in English. Doesn't matter what topic you choose. So it's like a free flow conversation, kind of like this. And that's where I met the missionaries. So if anyone ever considered to go to China for mission, English Corner might be a good place to go to, because that's where you can start that personal relationship with someone else, and you can share like your life and just anything that you would like to talk about. So that's where I met the missionaries. I'll call them M and G, and we were having really good conversation together, and we started talking about Christianity and about God, and we were both very honest about how I was sharing I was an atheist, and they were telling me about how they grew up believing in God. And later of that conversation, they invited me to go to their fellowship meeting at an underground church at this apartment. And on that Saturday, they didn't even have it on Sunday because it wasn't an official church yet. On that Saturday, I joined them, and that was my first time singing a worship song and hearing a sermon and getting prayed for. And
Wow. Can you explain for the audience that doesn't know what is an underground church?
so in China, there are two general kinds of churches. One is the one that's registered under the government. So like you mentioned, like when they can gather at a public place, they might even gather at a public building, but under the surveillance of a party member or a police officer. And then the other form is underground churches, where they meet more in secret. They're not registered. The government might know and might not know of their existence. I'm not sure. But yeah, those are like the two different kinds of churches.